All right, welcome back, everyone, for another Bible study. So earlier, not last week, I did Genesis 17, and I was supposed to do John 18. But the problem is, I've been having a slight problem with John. I'm really kind of hitting a barrier with John, and no matter how many times I read the chapter or I watch videos, I'm just not understanding what I'm supposed to be reading. Okay, so right now I'm just going to continue going on with Genesis just accordingly, and I will get to John whenever I get to John. So instead of doing John and Genesis, what I'm going to be doing is I would be doing Genesis and Psalms for a little bit. I am going to do a new segment of Psalms, and that's going to take a long time. But I do still want to keep posting 2 Bible videos a week. But if I'm having such a hard time with John right now, I need to kind of put that on hold for a moment, at least the video wise. I'm not gonna quit trying to get through John. I'm just saying I'm gonna put my videos on hold for a second and replace the John videos with something else I'm already currently working on or have been doing. And since I've been working on Psalms lately, I figured why not make that one of them. Okay, some of the Psalms are pretty short, some of them are pretty long. Today's Psalm is actually pretty short. So before I get into Genesis, I'm actually going to go ahead and just go straight into Psalms and get that one done first and foremost. So I have a couple notes on Psalms 1. It is really short, actually. So let's go ahead and just get into the reading of Psalms, and then I'll go over the notes of what I have for Psalms 1. Alright, so book 1, and apparently there's books, okay? Just saying, I did not know there's books. So there are 5 books in Psalms. So book 1 includes Psalms 1 through 41. Book 2 includes 42 through 72. Book 3 includes Psalms 73 through 89. Book 4 includes 90 through 106, and then Book 5 includes 107 to 150. So there's a lot of books. So we're just going to go into Book 1 for right now and Psalms 1. The way of the righteous and the wicked. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in judgment, or in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. And that is it. Like I said, it's really short, sweet, simple, to the point. I'm trying to get my thing. There we go. So there are a couple of things I wanted to kind of point out here, and I probably will dive, the more I actually start reading Psalms, the more I'll probably will actually dive into this a lot more in depth. I don't have a lot of notes on this like I do the rest of my stuff, but that's because, like I said, Psalms is kind of tricky, and I'm still trying to learn how to actually tear it apart, basically. Alright, so the purpose of Psalms is to provide poetry for the expression of praise, worship, and confession to God. So that is the whole entire point to Psalms. There are songs in here, there are a lot of stuff in here apparently, and I don't even know all of it. Okay, now I do know most of these. Let me see, read first. Okay, I know I read the beginning part here. Okay, so David wrote about half of the Psalms, and don't quote me on who David is. Okay, I know I've heard of him, I just don't know exactly who he is. Now I know it is similar to Genesis. The humans are blessed, fallen, and redeemed by God. Okay, so this is kind of similar to Genesis in the aspect of what happened in Genesis, and just kind of written in poetry format. It is literally written in poetry format. It's actually kind of really pretty. Some of these are really, really nice. Like I know Psalms 23. Who doesn't know Psalms 23? But these are all written in poetry form, Psalms forms, songs. A lot of these are really pretty. So I would really recommend actually going through these, but I would recommend going through these with some kind of commentary on the side of it to help you understand what you're reading, because be honest, when I first read this, I had no idea what I was reading. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to point out is the very title of this actual this kind of Psalms. Okay, so it's called The Way of the Righteous and the Wicked. So I kind of emphasize on the word way. Okay, life has two roads. So there's God's way of obedience, or there's the way of rebellion and destruction. So either or. That is one thing I really like about God, is he gives you a choice. He gives you the freedom to choose what you want to do. So there is the way of following God's way, and then there's the way of following basically the devil's way, the destruction, the rebellion. Okay, and this one here is saying it is following the ways of the righteous and the wicked. So I pointed out righteousness, and I want to point out is that blessings happen through knowing God and meditating on his words. So the whole point to this is kind of pointing out the two different paths: the righteous, the wicked, God's way, the devil's way. Okay, so I kind of really highlighted and underlined anything that had to do with the way, the righteous, anything kind of just pointing towards the two different paths. So blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seats of scoffers, but delights in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. So literally they're talking about the Bible. Okay, so a righteous person who's chosen to go God's path, they don't take counsel in the wicked, they don't stand in the way of sinners, they don't sit with scoffers, but they do delight in God's word, and they do read his Bible, and they meditate on it day and night. So literally what I pointed out is, like, you need to fill your mind with the word. The Bible is not meant to be something you just pick up here and there and read a little bit. It is meant to be picked up every single day and read anytime you have the chance to. Now, I know I'm guilty of not reading my Bible as often as I should. I can't even really make it a good excuse, but I have a terrible memory. I mean, that's the reason why my phone is filled with alarms after alarms after alarms telling me, hey, go do this, do this. I do have alarms for Bible studies to actually remind me to pick up my Bible and read it, because if I don't get reminded, I forget. I am horrible at remembering. But I do know I really should, me personally, I should be reading the Bible more. I should be not watching so much TV or watching or listening to so many, I guess, some of the things I listen to, like the music, the stories. I should be just kind of focusing on this instead, and not reading or doing much anything else, and just kind of diving myself into this. So literally, I kind of pointed out the fact that you need to be meditating on this as much as you possibly can. All right, so it goes into the fact that he is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields fruit in its season. Its leaf does not wither, and all that he does, he prospers. So literally pointing out the fact that you need to continually be watered and have deep roots, literally, which you can only come and get that from reading the Bible. So the wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives easily away. So I'm kind of pointing out the fact that the wicked are not the same as the righteous, okay? They're easily carried away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. I want to point out, why do I keep having things in my Bible here? Like, I'm feeling these little thingies in my Bible, like little nooks. Okay. Pointing out here, it says, for the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. So Christianity in Acts, okay, and I have not gotten to this personally myself, okay. Christianity in Acts is called the way, and I wanted to point that out because I am planning on going into Acts as soon as I'm done with John. And when I was looking through Blue Letters Bible, the app thing here, it had pointed out that this is a reference to Acts. Oh wait, that is it. Oh, I'm at the end of it. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much the entire point of Psalms 1. I was thinking there was going to be more, but I guess not. Oh wait, that's that one. Never mind. Alright, well, I guess that is all to Psalms 1. Really not a whole lot to it. It is really short, it's simple, but it is leading into Psalms 2, which is a little longer. And I do have a little more notes for that one. So I will be doing Psalms for a little bit in addition to Genesis. So I hope this makes some kind of sense to you. If there's something that I'm missing here in Psalms 1, that maybe you think I should point out, let me know, and I will actually add that to my notes, and I'll maybe redo it. That hurt buzzing. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys know the usual stuff. Like, share, subscribe button, comment, hit the bell button to get notifications. Just let me know how I'm doing on this, because like I said, I'm not getting a whole lot of feedback from you guys in the moment, and I could really use the opinion of whether or not how I'm doing on my videos. So, alright guys, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great week. Alright, bye guys.